Paige West here from Electronics Specifier, and I'm here at Southern Manufacturing and Electronics 2025, and I've popped by the Advanced Rework Technology stand to have a chat with John. So John, thanks for joining us. Why don't you introduce yourself, tell us about your role at the company, and tell us about the company as well.
Hi, so my name is John Vickers. I'm an MIT, a Master IPC trainer at Advanced Rework Technology. We are a training provider for bespoke electronics training and IPC certification.
Fantastic. And tell us a little bit about what you've got on at the show here. So first of all, I know you're sponsoring and judging the hand soldering competition, is that correct?
Yeah, so it's been quite a busy show for us so far. So we've got 4 judges that are currently on the IPC hand soldering competition. So that's an annual competition that the IPC run. They have various heats around the world, and then at Electronica and Productronica they have the World Hand Soldering Finals. So the person that wins it is the world's best hand solderer.
Excellent. And one of the judges that you've got this year is a new hire, I understand, for you. Can you tell us about him?
Yeah, so Trevor, he's been with us now for probably not even 2 months. So we were lucky that he left his previous company, and we were in the process of looking for another trainer. So for us, it was perfect timing. So he's come to us. He's already an IPC trainer in his own right, and we are going to expand his training by teaching him different IPC standards.
Excellent. And speaking of standards, I understand IPC have released some new standards this year. Can you talk us through that and how that affects you?
Certainly. So as a rule, we do our best to make sure that we train the industry to the most up-to-date standards. It's what the IPC do. So they evolve over time. So every sort of 4 to 5 years, as a rule, new standards are released. So we've got the 610, which is the inspection document, the J standard, which is the process document, and then we've got the 620, which is the cable and wire harness document.
Excellent, fantastic. And I know that you've invested quite a lot in some new facilities as well recently. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, certainly. So we moved into our new facility approximately 6 years ago, and we renovated the lower half, which gave us the capacity to continue our training. We realised over the last few years that we just didn't have enough floor space to accommodate the higher amount of training that we were receiving. So over the last 12 months, we've converted the upper floor, so we've doubled our capacity, both for theory-based training and for practical-based training.
Excellent. And let's chat a little bit more about the training that you offer. I mean, what do you do for say, recent graduates or students? What services and training do you offer them?
So this is an odd one that we've been talking about recently. We're finding that there's a large amount of graduates that are being taught electronics, but once they've left college or university, they've actually never picked up a hand soldering iron in anger. So we've got our own bespoke training. So we've got an introductory training class, but equally we've got some higher end electronics training. So surface mount as well as through hole, both placement and equally rework, so the removal of.
What's your thoughts on the industry and the skills necessary? Do you find it easy to hire people with the skills that you're looking for?
No, and it's not just us. We're finding now, again, especially since COVID potentially, that there's a large amount of individuals that have left the industry, but companies in the UK are looking to hire new staff, and they're finding that there's not a skilled work base that was previously available. So we're finding now that companies are having to employ individuals that aren't from soldering backgrounds. They're having to train them, which is beneficial for us. It's what we do. But we've also been in conversations with companies about trying to retain information. So we're finding now that people that are at retirement age that are leaving, finding ways in which we can retain their knowledge and pass that knowledge down to the new employees that are coming into the company.
And tell us a bit about how the show's been for you. I know you had a seminar. Can you give us an overview of what you were talking about?
So yeah, my seminar was based around IPC standards and how training and standards can be used as a means of improving the quality of the assemblies that you provide. So we was using different IPC standards throughout the process, so whether it's design through to fabrication, through to assembly, and then into rework and repair. So it was only half an hour, but I must admit it went far quicker than I was anticipating.
A bit hard to sum all that up in half an hour, I imagine.
I was worried that it went too fast, and then I realised as I was being prompted that I was actually going too slow. So yeah, but it's nerve-wracking. I was more nervous that anyone would turn up, and then I was nervous that a lot of people turned up. So Yeah.
Yeah, I know how you feel. Yeah, I mean, I walked past while you were talking and it was really busy, so you've done well.
Excellent.
And finally then, John, if you could sum it up in a couple of sentences, what would you say is your overall mission here at the show this week?
So it's just really to cement our customer base. So I've been around and I spoke to customers that we already train, but equally just to introduce myself to companies and individuals that don't necessarily know who we are or don't necessarily understand what we can provide. So it's been quite a good show for us because it's larger than it was last year, so there's more people here, and equally, there's more companies that don't know who we are, so we can use that as a means of promotion.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much for chatting with me, and I wish you the best of luck judging the hand soldering competition.
Excellent. Thanks very much for your time.
You're welcome. Thank
Goodbye.
you.